Okay, so it's been a while, couple weeks since I do an update. I've been working on this a few nights a week, and I just work on it until it's so late, and I just didn't have the time to really to do an update. Um, so the engine is finally sitting on its own. Everything is on there. The header, the subframe is back on. Everything is back on. It's sitting on its own support. This is gonna probably the way it is. So I got quite a bit done besides just dropping the motor. I got all the power steering line done. Got my heater hose routed. Working on my fusible link. The big one is for the starter, and the smaller one is for the alternator. I'm gonna relocate the battery to the back. So this where the catch can gonna go is gonna be right next to the fuse box. So I got this on there done. I got the oil relocation mounted there. Since I'm running a LSA, so it meant to be bolt onto the head here, but that will work. It's out of the way. I'm also running a vibrant sandwich adapter, so I can run like a oil cooler. So I have the oil cooler right here. I just hasn't get to it yet. So because like this area right here, this is where I'm gonna run the radiator. It's gonna be tucked away inside this empty hole. Then once I got the radiator mounted, then I can see where I can mount the oil cooler. Chances are gonna be right here where the bumper have a open duct here, so it's gonna be sitting right behind it. I'm in the process of setting up my welder, so once I finish setting up the welder, I can make some bracket to mount the oil cooler. So let me lift up the car so you can see the underneath. Okay, so what's going on underneath here? So if you got an LOJ pan, you are clear, right? It sits flush with the subframe. So if you bottom out on the subframe, you still might scrape it a little bit because it's actually sitting flush with the outside here of the subframe, but it's actually a little lower than the center. So, but I think the front is actually level with the oil pan, so you're actually protected. So if you scrape this, chances you might scrape this a little bit, but they sit pretty nice. So this is the oil leak relocation fitting that they give you. It's a very odd angle. So it's only one way to go in, and it's only one way to angle up, and they go to the front. The trim missing mount, I have a little bit of a hard time getting it on at first, because the mount is, when they made it, it's kind of like fixed into place, but it's just a little bit off. It just needs to kind of like, you just have to wrestle with it a little bit to get all the bolt lined up. There's a few areas that you need to clear on the tunnel for the bell housing to sit the transmission in there. Beside that, everything fit. It took me a few tries to kind of like drop this in and see if it's clear. So this is the main area that needs to be indented in, right where the transmission meet the bell housing. On this side, it's the same thing, and on the top of the bell housing too. And yeah, you mainly hitting right here, and on both sides, on the top, the back end. It's pretty clear. You don't hit anything back there. So I ordered the LOJ dry shaft. So make sure when you order the dry shaft, get them a call. Call them and tell them, you know, make sure what setup are you running, because on their website the only thing that listed is like either a Z32 transmission for the 2.0 or the 2+2, and they have a few options for the T56, either the Fox body or the Magnum, you know. So so on their website, I did pick the option for the Magnum. That's all they have, but you know, they have 3 different Magnum: the XL, the regular Magnum, and the Magnum F, which I got right here. So they didn't call me to confirm anything. So when they made the dry shaft, once I receive it, I put it on, I was about 2 to 3 inches short, because I barely got the slip on the yoke to go in. It went in about 1 inch, and it's sticking out like 3.5 inches. So I knew for a fact they sent me a regular Magnum dry shaft, which is about the tail end of the transmission is about 3 inches shorter than the F. The XL would be longer. So they sent me the wrong one. But the good thing with LOJ is, you just get them a call, and they work things out with you. So they just told me to ship it back. They're gonna fix everything and ship it back to me. They provided all the labeling, and and it doesn't cost anything to ship it back. So I did ship it back about a week ago, and now I'm just waiting for them to return back. This wire right here is wired to the transmission. Is a Bauer. So this thing right here, it basically there's a sensor that mounted to the top. I got this simply because it's work out the reverse lockout for the T56. If you're running a T56, they have a reverse lockout, and with this thing, what it does is just eliminate that, then so you can get in reverse. So without that, you have a very hard time of getting into reverse. It will lock you out. So this thing is just save a lot of time. You also can get your reverse light hooked to this to make the reverse light work. There's a few things this thing come in handy. I got the LJ Cook header too. I don't have the mid pipe yet, but I got the header. It's a very nice piece. Everything clear where it's supposed to. Everything is so tight on this car. So if you do you're trying to modify another LS header to fit into this car, you might clear one side, but one side might gonna give you a very hard time, which is this side, because you have the steering knuckle right here. So they designed this header on this side. As you can see, the steering knuckle is sit dead center between these two pipes. So if you're running any other header, you're gonna have a problem hitting the steering knuckle here. You also might hit the whole steering assembly here, or you're gonna hit the oil relocation and might as well the oil pan. So a lot of people, when they trying to make another LS header work on this car, they either smash it to shit and make it fit. If you do in turbo, you can get the what do they call them, the short one. You might clear it, or you get a turbo which reverse the exhaust to the front. Then you can make it work. So this is the best way to go. They're quite pricey. For the two header alone, it's like $1,500. That's why not a lot of people go this route. But it's just one less issue for me to figure out or to sort it out, because I still have a lot of work to do. Since I'm not just doing a normal LS swap, I'm doing an LSA swap. So I'm running everything different, all the accessory and everything is a little different. So I have a plan in my head. I'm just going off I just basically trial and error. So I just see what works and what's not, and and see, this is where the oil relocation is. So I have the Vibrant sandwich adapter here. This is a thermostatic sandwich adapter. So I'm running an oil cooler, so it's best to run a thermostatic um, sensor. So which is like it will block the oil to go into the oil cooler until it reach 180 degree. Then it open up to let the oil go through the oil cooler. So it allows your engine to warm up a lot faster, especially in the cold weather. If you don't have a thermostatic sandwich adapter here, you're gonna have a very hard time of warming up your engine. You can warm it, it's not that the engine, it's the oil. It's very hard to get it to operate like to temperature. So this is a must, and I think this thing runs like $200, and I mean I think it's very worth it. It's a very nice looking piece. I'm not regretting it. So the relocation, go here, then go to the sandwich, then the sandwich go to the oil cooler, and the oil cooler come back. So that's the next video you probably see is I'm probably gonna have the radiator all hooked up. I already kind of like do a template size of the radiator, fit it to here. It seemed to work. It seemed to have enough space here to make it work, but who knows, when I got a part, thing need to be modified and stuff. So that's all there is for now. So the next video or so, I might, once I get everything kind of like bowed up and kind of be done, like 60-70% done, I'll do a breakdown of everything, like from the header to engine mount to transmission mount, to drive shaft, like everything LOJ or everything aftermarket I run on here, so people can have an idea of exactly how it's fit, how it goes, so I'm gonna do everything individual videos. It's gonna be like maybe a short video explaining pretty much everything, like the heater hose, the heater kit from LOJ, the heater block, stuff like that. So I'm gonna break it down into separate video. So for those that doing the swap similar to mine, if they run into issue or they wanted to know how that product work or install, it may help them greatly.